Bride of Chucky was my first introduction to Chucky, and it was the first Chucky movie I ever loved. Welcome to my movie reaction slash review of Bride of Chucky. I've had this idea to review this movie and the next one that I will talk about later for about a month. So let's go ahead and get started. So the movie starts at the police station and the police officer, I think it was Tiffany, or was it her dude, killed the guy, got the head. You didn't even see Mike Myers' head in there. It's so funny how they had a nod to other scary movies. Then we see Katherine Heigl, whose character's name is Jade from Grey's Anatomy and so many movies. We see her going on a date with this guy, David. John Ritter plays her uncle. May he rest in peace. Turns out it was a cover because dude gay. Okay. Did I keep saying Brad? I mean David. I don't know why I keep wanting to call this guy Brad. His name is not Brad. A dude gets pulled over from the ass of a cop. Tiffany is doing her thing, trying to bring Chucky back to life. She's doing her chant. It don't work. She looks annoyed, and somebody starts knocking. Turns out it's her little boy toy, her boyfriend, or whatever he is, who's actually Alexis Duquette. May she rest in peace. Yeah, I did not know she was. You know what? But never mind. It turns out we learned that Alexis Arquette's character, Damien, he never killed anybody. And I mean ever. That was him with the black nail polish in the picture. That was him. She sees Chucky is gone from the spot where she had him on the floor. Tiffany hatches a plan. She knows that her chant worked, but she doesn't want Damien to catch on going on, because honestly, Damien was giving dicks. He was giving kind of horny. Like, you want some, right? You want some, okay? So she was talking to him like she's a dominatrix. I couldn't figure out how to, I put domino in my notes, but I couldn't figure out how to spell it. And I feel like she gets off of people dying. I don't know what is up with this Tiffany character. I think that's her turn on. It's like she gets off of people dying. And she's distracted. She is distracted. Damien just wants sex. And I guess they've been going out for a while. And he's over here talking about Chucky. He's going to regret that. He's over here doing to the doll, like you're the doll, okay? And she sees that Chucky is, kind of alert, but not really moving yet. And Damien thinks he's finally going to get some. Chucky is liking the movements and everything. And she tells Damien that Chucky is actually her past lover. And how she was with him before, and this, that, and the third. And the way that Chucky turned around, because Damien did not know how to shut his mouth, and pulled his piercing out. Damien was handcuffed to the bed. Chucky used everything in his willpower and killed that man. And you could also tell with this role how Jennifer Tilly was really into this character. Like, look at today. She will still play this character to today. That's how you could tell that she really loved playing Tiffany, and she was really into it. Chucky smothered Damien and killed him. They start talking about how Tiffany missed him and this, and the third. And she tells him, I'll kill anybody, but only sleep with someone I love. So Damien never got any the whole time they were together, because she was still stuck on Chucky. Would that be her demise? Keep watching. And another classic line for the movie. So is David and John Ritter's character, or no. I don't know which one, but somebody said but you won't. John Ritter said that you won't part. Very funny. Made me chuckle. And we learned that Chucky was never going to marry Tiffany anyway. And that hurt her deep. She loved this man. She loved him when he was Charles Lee Ray. She loved him. And he wants out of this body. He does not want to be a doll. He wants to be in his body, even though his body been dead about 4 or 5 years at this point. And she puts him away in this kind of a box and she's laughing. Chucky's like, we'll get married. That was just his way to get out. And she's held a torch for him. There are some women out there that will hold a torch for a man who will never give out, who will never get it together, who will just not do what they're supposed to. I personally would have moved on. He was gone. He was dead. He's not giving you what you need. But then we would not ever gotten the iconic Chucky and Tiffany couple that we had in these 2 or 3 movies that she was in. And she starts crying everything she hoped for. She's crying in the bed. She looks at the ring. She throws it. The way that Damien's dead body is still there and she's laying right next to it, that to me was nasty. But the next day, we see her stuff his body in a chest. Jesse, the neighbor, who is Jade's boyfriend, okay? I guess he lives in this trailer park and is Tiffany's neighbor. He tries to lift it and it's too heavy. He's like, oh, this is heavy. No shit, it's a heavy body. Of course it's going to be heavy. The way that Tiffany was scared when it opened because she thought that Damien's face was going to pop out and it didn't, and Chucky is mad. Chucky thinks that she'll finally marry him. Nah, she puts a doll in there that is dressed like a bride. And we learn that Damien's real name is Howard and he was actually a nerd. So how did he go from nerd to trying to kill people and failing to being dead? Like, how did that happen? How did you get around Tiffany for that to happen? Anyways, Chucky has a plan of his own. It's giving Chucky and Tiffany's relationship to me gives very much tit for tat. She does something, he does something, she does something. It kind of goes on throughout the whole movie. If you ever watched the movie or if you want to continue watching this reaction, that was what it was giving. The way that Tiffany has a fascination for marriage. This girl wants to get married. So bad. Your girl wants to get married too. But I don't have a fascination with it. Like everything she's looking at. She's thinking about Chucky marrying him. She's looking at this Frankenstein thing with the Bride of Frankenstein. And she sees them. And she's crying and this and the third. Then Chucky takes that doll, that bride doll that Tiffany had put in there. And he electrocutes her. And that is the last time we see her in her human form in this movie anyway. In this movie. And Chucky turns her into the doll. The way that she went up and Chucky's like, you're my wife now. The way that Tiffany's character has so many one-liners that are still relatable to this day, that have still been TikTok memes, like, I'm not into short guys. I wouldn't marry you if you was G.I. Joe. There are so many other lines from this movie alone. There are just one-liners. Even the next one, one-liners. They need an amulet that's buried with his body, and she wants Jesse to help get the dolls, so she pays him $500. Well, he said he wants 1,000, 500 then, and another 500 when he gets there. Tiffany goes through this makeover, and the doll looks more like how she would look with the blonde hair, because as you've seen in the beginning of the movie, she had blonde hair. To the iconic doll that we know today. She looks beautiful. The blonde fit her better than the black hair. It really did. So Katherine Heigl's character is talking to her gay friend. David. I'm sorry. And, she's in the fields. Her uncle is basically, I think she's a senior in high school or something. And her uncle forbids her from seeing Jesse. I don't know what John Ritter's character's Cross the Bear was with Jesse. Maybe he saw him as bad news or something, but actually he wasn't. He wasn't. And Jesse goes to Jade's house. Jade is talking to David. David leaves. And Jade asks Jade to marry him. Tiffany thinks it's romantic. And Chucky is like, I'll give it 6 months. Being the buzzkill that he always is. All he cares about murdering people and getting his body back. He don't give a crap about love. If it weren't for Tiffany, this movie probably wouldn't have been made. Tiffany tells Chucky to get rid of the knife. He's like, you look like Martha Stewart with this thing. And then Chucky's like, who the F is Martha Stewart? Let's get into the 90s. He's still in the 80s, just going with the knife. The way I was 6 years old when this movie came out, it came out in 1998. And the movie came out, I was born in 1992. The movie came out in 1998. Ain't that crazy? John Ritter's character is snooping around, stashing weed because he wants Jesse to get arrested. He hates Jesse that much, and it's very weird. The many times I've watched this movie, I never realized that it was weed he stuck there. He really hated Jesse. And then the way that Tiffany is laughing. This was John Ritter's character's demise. His character, I forgot the uncle. Okay, I forgot the character's name. They got him with nails. They stashed his body, and Jade and Jesse get back into the car. The police comes and they're looking into the car. I think Jesse and Jade got the car to do something. The doll Chucky took the match, put it in the gas tank. The cop gets killed. Chucky and Tiffany are waving from the back of the truck. And the guy was like, oh crap, the guy that was giving it to Jesse earlier, see? Anybody who messes with them gets them, And Jesse and Jade go get married. They know that there's some deep doo-doo, and they get married. They're fugitives. Chucky over there dancing. They run into a newlywed couple that wants their room, but they don't get their room. They get another room. Tiffany sees this other couple, or says she doesn't deserve to wear that ring. The couple on the waterbed. Tiffany does this was chef's kiss. She takes the bottle. She whips it up to the ceiling. The couple are in the moment of doing a thing. And the girl looks up. Tiffany's like this. The glass goes into the bed. And like all over the place. I was like, what? This is crazy. And Chucky was witnessing the whole thing. He fell in love with her at that moment and wanted to propose. He asked her the proper way. But of course, he took the lady's ring, her finger, and took the lady's ring, put it on her finger. And the way he was struggling to get it off, okay? They have sex. The tonguing part that y'all see right here was the weirdest shit of the whole movie. Very weird. And Tiffany asks, does he have a rubber? Okay? So she does not get pregnant. And he's like, I'm all plastic. Basically thinking nothing can happen. Again, we're going to come back to this part. This is a very important part at the end of the movie. Keep watching. Chucky is in the moment with her on top. And he tells her to shut up. Okay? And here goes David again. This character is basically, his character has no meaning of his own. He is just there for Jesse and Jade to talk to. And David is like, okay, you didn't do it. And Jesse calls him, okay, you didn't do it. So let's figure out. They see them killed and run. The couple, the one in the waterbed, see them killed. And Jade says she can't go with him anymore with this. They both feel like that each other are murderers. And then David comes in and hitches a ride with them. If he would have stayed his stupid ass at home, he would have still been alive. But of course he had to tag along to help his little friends. And she says she would kill anybody. David sees Jade's uncle's body that Chucky and Tiffany had stuffed. David gets killed by the truck because he is surprised that his friends did this, even though they didn't really do anything. And they finally make it to Jersey. Jesse realizes that is his neighbor, Tiffany. How did this happen? And then Chucky's talking about some Georgia Wheezy. What you know about the Jeffersons? What you know about them? And Chucky says that they want their real estate. Charles Lee Ray. He comes up on the radio, and it's him fingerprints. They traded out for an RV. Of course, they killed this couple to get the RV. We see Tiffany making cookies, and Jesse and Jade bring up the dishes thing that Tiffany had said early in the movie. In
fact, if it was a movie, we'd take 3 or 4 sequels just to do it justice.
Get mad at each other, and the insults are thrown. How do y'all fall in love with each other to getting mad at each other? You know, it's so weird. And the favorite part of the movie, scenes in the movie, where she said nothing beats a hunk of wood. basically saying nothing beats the real thing, because this plastic, you didn't know what you were doing. That's basically what Tiffany was trying to say. And Chucky is thrown out the car. You can't kill Chucky. He's unkillable. Tiffany is running. The funny part of the movie, which I'll play right here, the way I was laughing when he picked her up, she's like, ow, ow, ow.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh,
And Chucky has no problem killing people. Jade goes down there because Chucky told her to, grabs the amulet. There's a showdown in the cemetery. Jade goes to Jesse. Tiffany's a little freak, talking about, how come I can never get the real good guys? Because you were so obsessed with Chucky. Damien probably was a good guy. He just wanted to kill people to make you like him better. But you were so stuck on Chucky that you did not realize you might have had a better guy if you would just left Chucky in the past. Personally, Jade and Jesse come back in each other's arms, and Chucky saying, ugh, because Jade had kicked her into the oven, and she does not look like her beautiful self. She looks very burnt, like a burnt piece of toast. And he's saying, ugh, like, why you married her? And Chucky takes one more in Jesse. He stabs him, but not stabs him dead. And they're both tied with ropes, and he does his little chant again. Tiffany kills Chucky, or tries to, and Tiffany says we belong dead. Jade and Jesse are finally freed. Chucky slams her down. They have this whole husband and wife brawl with some shovels, this, and the third. He stabs her. Like, how can you kill your own wife? And he says, get off my knife. You are so heartless. That's why you don't get your body back, because you're so heartless. And I'm still stuck on, like, how did you get this way to killing each other? Chucky gets thrown in with his corpse. Jade has had enough. And I'll be back. He says, I'll be back. I always come back with Seed of Chucky, which that movie review should be up tomorrow. The day that y'all see this. Jade kills him and he tells them to stay put. We never see Jade and Jesse again. I like to say they're happy somewhere. I mean, the uncle is gone. The friend is gone. All they have is each other. They probably went to college, got married, this and the third, and been happy. Tiffany looks dead. So Chucky's dead. Dead. The guy bends down. And Tiffany is like, oh, like, like how you give birth. And Tiffany, she didn't look pregnant. How did this happen? We all know how this happened. This happened back in that hotel room. I don't know what y'all did, what you were like getting in each other's bodies, but she was pregnant instantly. After that moment, she's pregnant instantly. That's probably why she was getting angry and all that stuff. And then she goes to sleep. The baby attacks the man. That's the end of the movie. And we learn more about their child and Seed of Chucky. That was one I also loved, so I cannot wait to review it. I will give Bride of Chucky a 9 out of 10. Sad about John Ritter. That's very, very sad. Yeah, because I love John Ritter from Clifford. Love Jennifer Tilly. Love Brad Dourif. He does an amazing job voicing Chucky. Like, amazing. But good movie. Suggest you watch it if you haven't already. I mean, 'tis the season to watch these kind of movies. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!